Hi, I'm Bob Robertson, and I am excited to have a chance to be part of this program. I see so many uses for this motion capture system, but for me, using Chordata will save me a tremendous amount of time.
I've created a band of life-size animatronic skeletons that perform around Halloween time at live shows to entertain guests at local Halloween attractions. It could take up to a week to program each and every move the skeleton makes, doing that manually to create an entire 5 or 6 minute routine. But with Chordata, I'll be recording more natural movements, using it to import into the program that runs the show, and then saving me tons of time. I also plan to use Chordata to control a single skeleton's movements live in real time so that it could interact with a real person live at an event. This would make it possible for anyone to do programming with no prior training. Just put on the suit and move.
I've created 5 new routines this year. You can see what some of the programming looks like here on the screen. This represents days, maybe even weeks worth of work as we create events in the program which move each servo individually and sometimes in unison with several others to create each motion that you see represented by the skeleton's movements. I could finish the programming of a whole routine in about an hour with Chordata, and the results would be even more impressive.
Down at the corner, under a sheet. Jackie should have washed his bag more careful. Got a toe tag on his feet.
I work at Dartmouth College in the biology department, and a colleague of mine from the college also has high hopes of using this system, but in research. Here's Jeremy DeSilva, who will tell you what he hopes to accomplish with Chordata.
My name is Jeremy DeSilva. I'm a professor of anthropology at Dartmouth College, and I study fossils of early humans. And in particular, I'm interested in how we can take these old bones that we find at fossil sites, mostly in Africa, and bring them back to life, actually reconstruct how our ancestors moved, how they walked around their world. But of course, we can't jump in a time machine and go back millions of years to see how they moved, and we can't take any of these ancient ancestors and put them on a treadmill to see how they moved. Instead, we have to rely on modern models, in particular modern humans, on treadmills collecting motion capture data to see how the shapes of our bones impact how we walk. But of course, our ancestors didn't move on treadmills. They moved over uneven terrain. They walked on landscapes that were hilly. They moved uphill. They moved downhill. And that's what's exciting to me about the Chordata motion capture system, is that it potentially permits us to be able to collect data, really important data, on how humans move over uneven terrain. Because again, our ancestors didn't move on treadmills, and if we're going to figure out how they moved, then we need these kinds of really important data that can be collected using the Chordata system. And so with these data, understanding how our ancestors moved, we can better understand why humans are the way they are today.